Hello, hello. Hi, my name is Casey Pacheco, and I am welcoming you to this new series. It's called I Wish I Knew a Nurse. And I have my really good friend. She is the head of my case management team. She is a certified case manager, and you get to ask her all the questions. She is the guru of research. I love her to pieces. Her name is Sandy Dingler, and I am going to welcome her in to our stream. Welcome, Miss Sandy. Welcome. It
Hello,
is
Miss Casey.
so nice to
This is
have you on our show. How are you?
okay. I'm just so thrilled to be able to help others and as many people as we can to navigate this torturous healthcare system and help people stay out of the hospital.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So today, what we're doing, I'm so glad to have you on because what we're doing, we're going to be talking about the five rights. So in nursing, when we give medication, we have a five right rule. And I think they can add a little bit more, but we'll stay to the basics. So we're going to use the five right rule because before we give resources, before we say, call this person, go to this organization, ask this question this. First of all, we want to empower you to know when you get there how to have that conversation, how what you're going to ask, what you're going to take. We're going to talk all about it. And Sandy is the expert. So we're going to go through the five rights and let's get right into it. So the first right, it's knowing the right person, having the right person. Who on earth are you talking to? Not because they answered the phone or they said at the desk means that that is the person you need to talk to. So, Sandy, give us a little insight, a little background into who we should, how do we even get to the right person? How do we even know who the right person is?
Well, uh, to do this, you set aside a little time, put a smile on your face, and have your pen and paper and all your information in front of you, and so that you can get to the right person through that first person. That's
Yes.
how you do it.
Yes, and for just giving our viewers a little bit of background, so a lot of people use Sandy's consulting services if they get denied on their appeals or
Mhm.
they end up with a medical bill and it's like so huge, or they're looking for care and they don't know who to go to. They're kind of getting shuffled around in the system. One number leads to another number and you forgot why you were calling at the end of it. So Sandy actually helps
So true.
navigate, right? Am I correct?
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
okay,
I I get on there. You give me permission to speak to whoever they hear that we're RN case manager. They're like, so yes, we get the job done.
we do.
We find
Sandy,
out what needs to be.
when you're navigating for a patient or a client, the first thing you have to find out is what is it that they need. For them to go to the right person, they have to know what do you need. So, do you need to talk to a nurse? Do you need to talk to someone in the billing department? Do you need actually a manager? Is this even the right company you're calling, or is this the right organization? Is it the insurance company, or do you actually need a government person? Do you need a judicial person? Should you really be speaking to a lawyer? So really getting to know what is it that you're wanting before you even start a conversation, to know who the right person is.
That's right. So you have to plan the call a little bit. So
Ah,
if it's a bill, and you calm yourself, because usually the first bill is not the final bill. And so if it was a bill, you would ask to speak to someone in billing. And
Mhm.
then if they say, I can't help you, then may I speak to a person in charge, a manager?
Absolutely. And that leads us to the second one. In nursing, we say the right drug or the right product, right?
Mhm.
So preparation before they're calling, right? You have some tips. I wrote it down as you were talking before we were preparing. What's your tips for making sure it's the right product? What should they do?
They need to give out their bill and make sure that they have all the numbers on there, their insurance information, and really a pen and paper to jot down notes as you're talking to someone so you know what extension it was, who did you just speak with, and whom did they transfer you to. When you write down those things, if you get cut off or they say, I have to call you back, then I spoke with so and so yesterday and I need to go right from there. And then
Ex-
they can find them.
Excellent. So I'm just going to reiterate that. You want to have a pen and paper. You want to have the account number you're calling for. You want to have the insurance information, all of it, including your Medicare number and any Advantage plan numbers that you have. You want to have a billing number if it's available to you. You want to make sure that you have the dates of service. When are you
Mhm.
calling about? It could have been 6 months ago. It could have been last week. So they need to know. And also, the provider, the location of the practice. So some providers, they operate in multiple hospitals or they have multiple doctors' offices. So you're calling and you want to have as much information as to not just who the provider is, but where did you receive their services. Okay? Did I
Exactly
miss
right.
it?
That is perfect.
Okay, okay. Well, let's move on to the other right, the right
Okay.
time. What do you have to say about this, Miss Sandy? You've been calling a
Well,
lot of people.
Mondays and Fridays, not the best.
Mm,
Not at lunchtime in your area or where you're calling to. So, usually mid morning, mid afternoon, I would start out not the first call of the day, not at 8 o'clock in the morning, but
uh-huh.
maybe 9:30, and allow yourself time, put a smile on your face, and so that every word that you say has a smile with it.
I love that because sometimes if you are rushed and you are waiting for a long time, that frustration could come across the phone and you actually where you could have gotten through, it just put a damper and then back it just they just didn't work with you. It didn't work well.
And this works so well. I had someone I was helping, and
Uh,
the husband, he said, "Well, I just yell at him and give him, you know, all this, and I don't get anywhere." I said, "Let's try something different," and we did. And he was very, thank you for helping me. Thank you for doing this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the person on the other end was very helpful, and the bill did get taken care of.
Look at that. So I just
Mm.
want to reiterate for our viewers, you don't have to listen to anything we say. You don't have to
Mhm.
take it. You could do it the way you've always been doing it, but we
Mhm.
want you to get the results. That's why we took some time to share this with you. So if you want results, if you want to get a solution, Miss Sandy has helped a lot of people's bills go from really huge to nothing. So if you
Right.
really want solutions, you really want to implement some of these steps. Maybe if you have a naturally harsh or gruff voice, you may want someone else to call in your behalf, or you may want to do
With
it when
you.
you're really
Yeah,
happy.
with you.
What's that, Miss Andy? I missed you. Sorry.
That's okay. So I do need to add this one little thing. It really needs to be done within 60 days of the time that you got the services.
Mhm.
It's very important.
Timing is important because
Mhm.
after a certain time, you can't do anything.
Right.
Okay. The
Okay.
last one, go say your example. You said he just called and yelled, right dose. I think it was.
That's right.
What
So
do
that's right. Uh, so just being very kind to them because they are, when you say, please help me, um, then oftentimes they will. Be very careful about giving out your Social Security number and your Medicare number. Make sure that you are verified with whom you are speaking with before you give out any information.
Excellent, excellent. Such good tips, Miss Sandy. Such good
Mhm.
tips. And I think for me, what I would say, especially as a nurse, and we've both been in home health. So we've been at the bed
Mhm.
of people in their homes, helping them call these insurance companies. And we have seen for ourselves the difference. We've sat with patients as they are making these calls and their family members, and we see what works and what doesn't work. And a lot of
Mhm.
times, I don't know if you agree with me, when I have to step in, it's usually because the information the patient's giving is too much to the wrong person. So I always say make sure you're giving necessary information and just enough. So if you're talking to like a receptionist, you don't need to tell them the details of the medical situation you're calling about. Whereas if you're talking to the nurse, you don't have to go into the details of the billing if you're trying
Mhm.
to resolve a clinical issue or something that was done or not done. So, really knowing
Exact-
who you're talking to and how much information you're giving them pertaining to the solution that you're looking for.
That's exactly right.
And my
Um,
voice came back.
yep. Okay. Good. Um,
So, I just wanted to talk a little bit since we're introducing our viewers to this series that we're having. I wish I knew a nurse. Some of the things that we're going to be discussing, we're going to be talking about fixed income, what to do about fixed incomes is so hard. So,
I
we
love that.
the prices are getting higher and higher, Miss Sandy, and
Yes.
even some people, they need to learn how to make money, right? They need to learn how to advocate for themselves and
Yes.
definitely we covered what to say. So these are some of the things we're going to be talking about. I just wanted to let them know also, we want to invite you to participate and communicate if you have questions or if you have things that you would like Miss Sandy to do some research on. Please bring it because if you have the question, most likely other people have the same question and could benefit from this forum. If you are wanting a one-on-one with Miss Sandy, you can find her links down in the comments for Sandra's consulting. And if you need community resource, you can always reach out to Preservers of Life. The reason why we're doing this is because we're a community-based nursing organization, and our sole purpose is to tackle the social determinants of health and pair you to the resources that you need so that you can live the best life possible for you.
That's right.
So this is where we're gonna end. We're gonna say next episode. Please tune in. Please be prepared to participate because we're gonna have little questions and giveaways. So
Mm.
if you like giveaways, if you like free stuff, I know we all like free stuff. Be sure to tune in, and we're gonna choose from the participants who comment. we'll choose a participant to give a free giveaway. So please tune in. If any of this information was helpful to you, please like, please subscribe, and please, most of all, share, because some of the things we think we know, but other people don't. Isn't that right, Miss Sandy?
That's right. That is exactly right. It's very confusing right now. Hard
Yes,
to make your way through. We can
yes,
help.
yes, we can. We can help and we want to help. So please reach out to
Right.
us. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on our next episode.
Thank you.